Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. Sometimes people wonder, as they observe what's happening in the world of illusion that seems quite real, it's easy to conclude that the world is, as you say, going to hell in a handbasket. Conflicts are everywhere. It's very hard to reach agreement among peoples. Things feel more tribal. And you may wonder, what possible difference could I make in this world? There are political powers, military powers, people with great wealth who have the ability to influence outcomes in this illusory world. And you are just one person. Often what happens is there's a natural tendency to pull away, which has merit. Stop watching violence on TV. Don't become embroiled with the ups and downs of the squabbling that's taking place in the world. And yet just withdrawing yourself is probably not enough. While it's understandable not to indulge in the judgments and the beliefs and the passions that are ignited, there is something you can do. You can allow things to be as they are without judgment. By allowing things to be the way they are, it doesn't mean you're saying the way they are is fine, because that is a judgment that the way they are is okay. But if you can center yourself, you can allow things to be the way they are without judgment, but instead with acceptance and love. And if you bring love to how things are, you transform the world. You can bring forth love and compassion and understanding and acceptance, while not particularly trying to change what is in front of you. And yet it will change. This is how things change, from the heart. When you notice that you have a strong desire for things to be other than the way they are, take a deep breath and see if you can allow, in a loving way, things to be exactly the way they are. And release the need to impose your picture of what would be better. This one was having dinner last night with a friend of his who lives alone. And at the restaurant, the friend was telling story after story, what this one would call glory days. Stories from his past, characters that he knew, adventures that they had in the good old days. And after a while, this one became bored and impatient. And he thought, When is this guy going to stop talking? But he received a message that I sent, which was, love this person and allow him to be how he is right now. Be his friend right now. And it changed his whole perspective. And that very moment, with love, with compassion, he just let his friend speak and paid attention as best he could. And after a few minutes, the friend said, I'm sorry I'm talking so much. I just don't get the chance to be with people. And it feels so good just to be able to talk. And this one said, that's okay. Something about your willingness to release your judgments, to see something that you may not have seen before from the eyes of compassion and love and acceptance, changes the world, allows people to come to their own conclusions, to make corrections that they need to make without your help, without your interference, without your advice. It's been said that when you offer advice that is unsolicited, you diminish a person. It is so powerful to allow a person to arrive at the truth for themselves. And you can do this by creating a context that is loving and accepting and allows for that wisdom to come to them. It's much more meaningful for them to arrive at their own answers. In this way, you change the world. You bring love and compassion and acceptance to what is right in front of you. And the changes that need to be made are made with grace and with a perfection that the ego cannot come up with. When you find yourself wanting things to be different than the way they are, take a deep breath. Ask for my help. Ask to see this differently, and you will. And that will be your gift to the world. That willingness to see things differently allows for love. To heal all wounds. To advance souls towards their destiny. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.